your best performance of the season. What did that come down to, in your opinion?
Individual mistakes at the end of the day. I think the 2 goals were our fault. It wasn't that they did something special. The goals weren't special, they were our mistakes. And I think that's been the case the last couple of games, that we've switched off in vital moments of the game, and it's cost us the last couple of games. So, it's a good wake-up call for our boys. It happens to the best of teams. I think it happened to Liverpool as well after they won the championship or the premiership. So it's disappointing, very disappointing, that we conceded 2 sloppy goals.
Going forward, or in attack, you guys struggled to create a lot of meaningful chances from open play. Was that more what City's defensive structure did to you guys, or was it the same sort of individual mistakes but just further up the field?
I think just we aren't moving ball quick enough. We're doing things that we shouldn't be. We're not playing to the structure at times, which I need to fix. But again, I think after the second half started, I think we pinned them into their half, and we had a good period there until obviously we conceded the first goal. And then, when you concede a goal, I think, and then you concede the second one as well, pretty much straight afterwards, it's difficult to come back from that.
So you've had some of these issues for 2 weeks in a row. Is this a big concern for you ahead of the finals?
Well, it's disappointing. It's definitely a concern, because we know the quality that we have and we know what the boys can do. So it's just little things that we're switching off at vital moments of the game, and at the moment it's costing us. I think City played quite well. They didn't really hurt us too much. They had they had quite a few shots, but nothing that we couldn't deal with. It was more our mistakes that cost us in the end.
Still 3 matches to go, and you've already got the Premier's plate locked up, of course. Are you concerned that the players might be just lacking just a tiny bit of that extra edge?
Yes, but we don't want to lower our standards. We have high standards at the club, and we want to be motivated. I know it's difficult when there's no crowd in the stadium as well, because these players like to play in front of biggish crowds. So that's a motivation as well. But these can be said. These are excuses as well. So we can't rely on that. We've won the premiership, which is fantastic. Full credit should go to these boys. But we can't perform like that and expect to win games.
Okay. Val, any questions?
Yes, Steve, congratulations on winning the premiership.
Thank you.
Just with your situation, we've seen in Europe, like Juventus won the premiership and then they had a bad game last week, they dropped the points. We saw it with Liverpool. It's not unusual.
Yeah.
The thing is, how can you turn it around? Because obviously it's a big event to be first, and you want to canter. How can you bring them back up to that?
It is. Listen, obviously we still have 3 games to go left in the season, so we still have plenty of time for that. We look at the big picture. We set our sights on winning the premiership, which we have done, and the boys have ticked that off. So the big picture is the grand final as well. So we need to be ready for that. We don't want to switch off now and lose 3 or 4 games in a row and then go into the semi-final underdone. These boys have got high standards, and we need to obviously pick that up and go back to where we left off before coronavirus.
Any questions, Val?
It's fine, thank you.
Michael Lynch, any questions?
Yeah, Bimby, I'll echo Val there. Congratulations on
Thank you.
winning the title. Just as you said, the grand final is the thing that we care about. Is this a psychological statement, though, that is going to play any effect into considerations if you do meet City in a grand final?
not at all. Like I said, there were 2 mistakes from us, which normally wouldn't happen. So, you know, yeah, they beat us 2-0, but we beat them 2-1 in the first round with 10 men. So, you know, we're not scared of any team, but we'll give them full credit today for getting the win. You know, we were at times, like I said, sloppy, and you know, I don't want to harp on it, but we need to be better than what we were today to go and win the grand final. Otherwise, you know, we could get knocked out.
And how big a difference does Ryan Grant make to your team? I mean, how long's he out for?
No, he'll be probably miss the next couple of games, but we have 2 games now in the space of like 8 days or something like that. So he should be back for the Western United game, last game of the season on the 15th, which will give him a good hit out before the semi-final. Of course, we miss him. He's a quality player. He's a national team player. He gives us thrust going forward. You know, he's got legs. He gets forward. He's aggressive defensively. Yeah, of course we miss him, but you know, that's not taken away from, you know, Retro's performance today as well, and Harry. They're both very good players and they can perform well at that right back position, but of course we did miss Ryan today.